everyone, welcome back to the workshop. Artisan Pirate here, and in today's fun scroll saw project video, have another amazing design by Steve Good, and it is a mythical design. Do you guys believe in fairies? I sure do. I love fairies, dragons, and all the mythical creatures. It just adds a fantasy to everything and really makes the imaginative juices flow and everything. But really cool design. What we have here designed by Steve is a little fairy door. Really, really cool. You could cut this out and put this at the base of a plant for the fairies to come in and out of, but really, really cool. I've already got the pattern printed out to full size and attached to our material with clear packing tape, and we're going to be using 1/2 inch poplar for the door frame and the stoop. We're going to be using 1/8 inch plywood for the actual door. I think the grain in the back will really give it a door characteristic with the grain and everything. And then the other pieces is going to be out of 1/4 inch plywood. You see the window frame there, the handle and the hinges. But really, really cool. Really happy to make this. I had no idea of the popularity of gnomes and fairies. I know a lot of people will take the clay pots and make like a little fairy or gnome garden, and I had no idea the popularity of gnomes nowadays. They're themed to everything when I see them in stores and craft stores. But really, really cool. Really excited to get this project started. Since everything is prepped and attached to our material, let's head up to the drill press, drill the very few pilot holes that we're going to need for this project, and head back to the scroll saw and start scrolling. And over here on the drill press, we're going to begin by drilling the few pilot holes for this project, and then we will head over to the scroll saw and begin scrolling. I am using a number 5 ultra reverse scroll saw blade for all of the cutting on this project, and it cuts through all the materials we're using here efficiently with minimal chip out, and that's always good when it comes to sanding. It will just take less time to do the sanding at the end with the efficiency of the blade here. Going through here and getting the few internal cuts that we need done. And now I'm going to begin cutting the 1/8 inch plywood door. And after I cut out part of it, I tape the pattern back down. A lot of people will tell me to use spray adhesive. I have always just preferred packing tape for its ease of pattern removal once the project's done. But just going through here and cutting everything out, the slats in the door. If you guys would like to try this pattern, it is available as a free pattern download over at Steve Good's scrollsawworkshop.blogspot.com website over in his free pattern catalog. Just taking my time with all the cuts and letting the blade do the work. Cutting out the door hinges here. Being careful not to lose them once the cut is complete. If you guys like what you're seeing, I would highly encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me over on Instagram at Artisan Pirate. I'd really appreciate the support. Cutting out the final pieces here, which is 1/2 inch poplar, and this is the base of the stoop for the door. And now we are cutting out the door frame, still using that same ultra reverse number 5 blade, and as you see us cutting through everything really well. But doing the final cut here, and all of the scroll work for this project will be complete. Again, just taking my time and letting the blade do the work. Now over here on the workbench, we will separate all the pieces from the waste material and remove all the patterns. And I will take the bigger pieces over to the palm sander with 100 grit sandpaper and sand them really nice front and back. And then we will head back to the workbench and begin the initial glue up with some CA glue. And now I'll take a sanding pad and sand the smaller pieces and the front and back of each door slat, and I'll add a slight bevel with the sanding pad here to give the illusion that the door has several pieces and that it was not one uniform piece. but it gives a great detail. But now we can begin gluing in the slats and beginning the assembly of the rest of the door. And everything fits nice and snug. Gluing the window and the door hinges in now, and I let that dry a little while, and then I came back and glued the door to the base. And after giving that a few minutes to fully set up, we gave it several coats of clear coat of the gloss kind, and after that dried, the project was complete. And here we have the completed fairy door made completely on the scroll saw, and it came out amazing. Thank you, Steve Good, for another amazing design from your pattern catalog. Really, really cool, and I love how the clear coat made everything pop there at the end. It came out amazing. It took me around 15 or 20 minutes to cut this project out. Not a lot of details in it, but it is one of those projects that you need to be as loyal as you can for the cutting process so everything fits snugly together there at the end. I really think beveling the pieces for each of the planks for the door really gives it an added characteristic and make it look like an old wooden door. I also think the door would look good made out of maybe cedar or a dark walnut, something with a darker tone with the lighter woods around it, and with the accent pieces like the door handle, the hinges, and the window. And this was just what I had on hand, was the 1/8 inch plywood, and I still think it came out great. And another thing you could do to really add character to it was, before gluing in the window frame, maybe put a picture of woodlands, the beach, maybe a fairy or a gnome, like you're looking into their world and they're looking into yours. Lots of options to do this, as well as displaying it. I think it would look good near a potted plant and then have the vines coming around it. Or you could put it up on a shelf if people collect gnomes or fairies or stuff. A lot of ways to display it and a lot of ways to finish this project, which is what I really like about it. But really, really cool. I had fun making it, and I hope you guys like watching me make it. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel, and also follow me over on Instagram at Artisan Pirate. All my social media links will always be linked down in the description box below. But really, really cool, and a great little project. That's about all for this one. Remember, guys, if I can make it or do it, so can you. I'm the Artisan Pirate. Take care, and I'll see you guys real soon.